5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Bam.
What's going on, folks?
Hey,
I go by the
guys.
name of Jarrell T.G.
And I'm Jasmine Nicole.
And we are J123, and welcome to the Chronicles of J123 Precursor. So as we said in our last episode, this is like, if you think about reading a book, this is like the preface. You know what I mean? This is what comes before the actual
And if you
content.
didn't see the last episode,
You gotta go back and watch that, bro.
and
Because we
watch
started
the
the
last
story.
episode. You can't jump in
We're
the middle of the
continuing the story, so
Just
you
saying.
gotta keep up. So if you didn't watch it, stop right now. Go back and watch part 1.
Then come back.
And then come back and watch part 2. And there's gonna be some more. So you'll have a little bit, you know what I'm saying? We dropped the whole precursor. So you can watch at your leisure. You can binge it, you can watch it per day. It could take you a week, it could take you a couple hours. However you want to do it. We don't care. But let's go ahead and start off with this with this intro. How you want to do the theme song today? What you feeling like? You picked reggae last time, so let me see. I'm trying to hear, since this like gonna be like this episode called The Connection, so this one we all have fell in love and stuff. So we should do like a 90s R&B love song type jam. Can you do it?
Can you give me a beat?
I got you. You ready? You know they always gotta start off with like the way it says. So you gonna go top. Hold on. Here you go. Boom, boom.
The Chronicles. It sounds like Barry White. The Chronicle. Or the Shaft one, but just slow down. The Chronicles.
Chronicle. Oh yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
So as y'all see, man, we don't got no real theme song. We just each time we gonna pop on and just give y'all a little something.
We feel.
Give y'all a little something.
But y'all know the name of
Cause
the
see,
show.
with this podcast, we are just avid podcast watchers. We consume a lot of different people's content. Of course, a lot of black content for sure. So shout out to all the black content creators out there, man. And so we kind of, the things that we like, we want to use that to highlight, certain aspects of us. And one of the things, you probably don't know where that came from. That was damn internet, you're kind of scary with my boys to hear more. And Patrick Cloud,
We
that
love
was
y'all.
yeah.
And I have
They kind of do the same thing. They bring it in. So shout out to them, man.
Different.
So we're gonna get into our game. The first segment of our podcast, we always play a game we like to call Who Said It. Now both of us, one at a time, give some iconic line from either a movie or a show that we both enjoy. Or a song that we both really like to listen to. And the other one got to try to guess, A, who said it, and B, where did it come from. So like whether it's the movie title, the show title, whatever it is, and then who said it. If we get both points, the prize is the person gets what we like to call BS fact check point. What does that mean?
Know what that means.
What does that mean? That means when she get the BSing and telling the
story
with a weird, odd-off perspective that don't really align with what happened.
I got the card.
I can check it. And if I got the fact check point, then whatever I change the story to, when I give the realistic perspective of what the story was, that is where it has to go. She can't negate it. She can't argue it. She can't do anything because you're going to see how that comes into play.
But you'll clearly see my face if it's a lie. But go ahead. That's the
sip
point
drink.
of the point. You'll be able to tell the story.
Yes. So, you want to go first?
I'm
you be always
sure.
forgetting yours, so
I do be forgetting.
Go ahead.
Let's go.
All right, so I'm ready. What you got?
So, I'm just going to speak it.
You going to speak it?
Because if I sing it, it'll give it away. It's Friday and my bills are due. My 3-month-old baby needs some shoes. Can't you feel what I'm going through? clock on the wall keep ticking, talking, no stopping, like somebody's knocking. That's all I'm gonna give you though.
Oh, that's.
What's the song? Like, what is this?
Dang, I know it's Kirk Franklin. It's Kirk Franklin. What's the song
What's
called?
the song?
What's the song called? Concentrate on all of it. Oh, you keep on. No,
Ooh, you flip albums and everything. Like, what?
Hold on.
You know the song.
Dang, what's the song called, young?
Young, he listens to it all the time. You really?
This is because I know the. I already say it's Kirk Franklin. I know the lyrics. I'm just trying to think of the name of the song.
You singing the song? Wow, Dad, you don't remember it.
Dang.
We need a timer though for this game whole time.
Man, whatever.
5, 4.
Be quiet. You spell me up. I don't know the song.
Let's go down by the riverside.
Down by the riverside. I don't know why I didn't hit my head. I don't know why I didn't hit.
But you got Kirk Franklin. But what was the album?
Oh, I don't know the album. We ain't say the album. We just said the song and the artist or the show.
Well, you didn't know the song.
But I did get a point because I knew the artist.
But how does the game really work?
So if you don't get both, then it's a tie and we both get a point.
I feel like you just made that up. Why didn't you say that?
No,
you
I
said that
in the
before?
beginning. I said it's two things. You got to get both. That's how we do the tiebreaker. Because if we both get one, then that's easy. If we go get two, then whatever. Or if you don't get both, then that's cool.
So
too.
right now, okay.
So now you got to just get both. All right. All right.
You gonna be petty and
try
fast.
I'm not gonna be petty. Let me see. Cause you did a song. I didn't do a song initially. I did something real easy too. All right, I'm gonna just give it to you because I'm gonna give it to you the one that I already had. I was gonna switch it up once you did that, but I'm gonna go ahead and let it go. All right. Here you go. If you one more time, I'm gonna choke you for real.
My dear.
Wrong.
Oh, no! Wait. No. Michael Kyle.
That's wrong.
No.
You said the wrong thing first.
It was Michael Kyle.
It was wrong.
No.
But you said the wrong thing.
Dang.
You said the wrong thing. See, that's all. See, I didn't got my mic on. See? And they probably did still hear me, though. But it's okay. I know they heard me. My bad, y'all. I ain't even
it was Michael Kyle, though.
But you said Medea first.
But you know what scene I was thinking about? I don't know why. It was the way you said it. I saw the scene of chewing the gum in the back seat and her face with Keisha Knight Pulliam.
Oh, that wasn't Keisha Knight Pulliam. Was that? No,
yeah, that's
Keisha
no,
Palmer.
in the movie.
Which movie?
Oh yeah. No, it was
Keke
Palmer.
I know you're talking about Family Reunion.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm talking about yes. You were right the second time, but the second time doesn't matter because the first time what matters, and so that is what happens. So I won.
Whatever.
Thank you.
Done it by year.
It's all good, right? It's all good. We here.
It will be.
We're here. But anywho.
But that's how
the game goes. And it can get heated sometimes. You know what I'm saying? We both competitive, so that is what it is. But I guess we can go into story time now. You ready to go story time?
Sure.
So this episode is called The Connection because the first episode was called The Origin, which we gave our origin story, how we first met. So we stopped off. Once again, if you didn't go see the first episode, go watch that. We stopped off. We were sitting at a table at Chevy's. You was looking all in my eyes and whatnot.
This isn't sponsored.
And Unless y'all want to, man, hit us up for real. But sponsored by that restaurant that we only went to one time.
Hey, but it was good.
It was good, but that joint was way out. I wasn't about that life. You know what I'm saying? That guy, I gotta be ready, gotta be willing. But anyway, so yeah, we stopped off and we was sitting at Chevy's. She was looking all in my eyes and whatnot. And yeah, after that, you know, the school year started, so work started. Go ahead.
And the cool thing, we about to get into the connection, so can I just go ahead and say?
We're in the connection.
Okay, we in the connection. Okay. A part of the connection, once we got to the school, this man was teaching in the classroom right beside mine. There was a thin wall.
And where your desk was literally was
and where my desk was.
And where
like if you would have taken the wall away, we was like right there.
Pretty much standing next to each other. Yeah, that was all. That's one of the corny things that she mentioned and she kept in her head. But yeah, so literally, I'm teaching. She right on the other side of the wall, and I'm jolly loud. If anybody has ever been in the classroom with a black man, you know our voices, especially when we're trying to command a classroom. And at the time, I was
boisterous.
Okay.
Is that
it's
the
a
word?
Boom. Yeah, sure.
Voice.
That's a good word. That's
anyway.
a good word for it. We probably should. We're going to eventually add that as a segment too. We're going to do a word of the day. A word of the day. And it's, y'all, when I tell y'all she is young. So being a writer, of course, I love the and I'm not just going to say just the English language. I love language in general. So and when I say that, I mean both the American standard version of English and then also the African American vernacular English, also known as Ebonics. You know, all the dialects and the different words that come from everywhere, whatever. But she has her own what would you even call it? Not its own language. Her own derivation.
For real, that's what it is. I just be making up words.
Her own derivation of words, and like she'll throw the joints in there so like
seriously and
slide the joints.
Like, not my fault that the dictionary didn't make that form of the word.
I'll
make a different.
I got you.
Form of the word and make it fit into a sentence and be serious.
And sometimes she be smooth getting me. I be like, yeah, hold up, nah, that ain't even a.
But you knew what I meant though. Okay.
Ain't even a word.
That's all that matters. That's all that matters.
It's all good. But yeah, we might have to add that as a topic. But anyway, so I'm on the other side of the room, and of course I'm teaching 5 and 6-year-olds. So you know I gotta be commanding of the room,
keeping their attention. But he was loud, but I loved it. I'm like, oh, listen here. And at the time, I was a TA, so I wasn't teaching as often. I was more so like grading papers and stuff and entering grades and all that. And while I'm sitting there doing that, I hear him like all loud. But I liked it. I'm like, listen to him.
Now, mind you, friends, let's keep the folks hip.
What?
I was still in a whole, well, not for too much longer.
We gotta finish the story. Get there though.
Yeah. I mean, but I'm still there. That's the beginning.
Okay.
So
okay.
We so the school year starts. So school year starts in August. Me and my girlfriend at the time probably broke up like October-ish, around that time, if I'm not mistaken. So it wasn't like a super long time once I started working. And it wasn't like, well, looking back, I could say that it was probably a little bit of me. I mean, it was you know, not the right time, not the right situation at that point as I was growing. I guess it was more so, you know, I was entering in adulthood, like adult life was starting to kick in, and she wasn't there. So, you know, it was a whole thing. No diss or no disrespect or nothing. It wasn't nothing. It was just, you know, bad time, whatever. So October passes. Now I'm single, right? This is the key moment that I remember. Like that's like the charge, the spark that kind of set stuff into motion. Gave me like the wink, the nod to say, all right, bro, let's go see what this is about. Because I'm in the cafeteria one day. I'm doing lunch duty or whatever, and we don't even got the same lunch, right? Jasmine Nicole walks up on me and she off the. So word around town, you single now.
But I was just asking a question. I wasn't okay. So I also wasn't in the in crowd because it was an in crowd there, and I wasn't in the in crowd. But I had heard, so.
Through the grapevine, because of course,
there you go.
Being a teacher, being a black man teacher in an elementary school. If y'all watch that show, Abbott Elementary, Abbott Elementary with Quinta, yeah, go watch that joint. It's funny, but that's real life. Like it don't be no dudes. Like it's all women. So of course, grapevines and cliques and all of that. You know how it goes for anybody who's ever been in that type of environment, but. Yeah, she walking with me, but with the book, cause y'all will learn she's very direct. Like she's a very, what you see is what you get type of person. So it was just funny to me how she just was like, hey. So I heard I was like, I mean, something like that, something, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. Was enough. And that's all that happened. So you know what I mean. So then. You want to I guess you can tell the next part. What was you, first of all, you saying that you just heard, but what made you be like,
because I told you already when you first came in the door, I saw you and it was okay. It's just, And yeah, so once word got out, it was like, So I heard, is it true that...
So when I said yeah, what went through your head after that?
Really, honestly, nothing, because it wasn't like
you was about to start. Yeah, I'm about to start plotting this.
For real, low key, it was just what it was. It was letting you know. I know.
I know that you single now.
Hey, that's all.
Basically, so watch your maneuvers. Cause now I'm watching. I'm saying what you got going on.
I just want you to know that I see you and I'm looking. Yeah. So
okay, I feel that.
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah.
I feel that. Okay. What's up? Okay. So so that's the end of 2015. 2016 rolls around. And was this right on? This was during break, wasn't it? We was on, because it was happened so. While we still on break.
I think so. Christmas break.
Yeah, Christmas break. So we it was a snowstorm, and basically, because I feel I was low key, we had started texting a little bit before, but it wasn't really nothing for real. I know what happened.
What?
We was for some reason they started. It was a group chat started. Right?
Oh, that is what happened.
And we was kind of going back. It was all of
that
the TAs,
is what happened.
And then the principal was in the group chat because they was trying, make us, have camaraderie and all of that. We trying to build bonds and all of that. It was a Christian school, so they was trying, have Christian friends and all that. No, I'm just saying, I got I'm giving them context of what this was. So. Okay. So it wasn't a straight work joint. So, but of course, when you in a group text, you just trying to figure out who everybody is in the group chat. Mind you, once again, I'm the only dude, so it could automatically look wild. Yeah, so you know what I'm saying, automatically look wild, and so. But I was like, whatever. And I had just randomly, I don't even know what I even said. I don't remember nothing of how I
the real initial
stuff. Because we talked and conversed often,
Because we saw each other all the time.
Because we saw each other all the time. We both was working after kids too, so it was a lot of moments just to kind of shoot the breeze. So we had already kind of been cool, kind of been building a rapport with each other even before I started actually I sent you a text message. So I don't really remember what that was all about. But all I remember is once we got to Christmas and that snowstorm happened and we was texting back and forth and I'm talking about paragraphs
and it went on all day.
Why would we not just call each other and just get on the phone
Cause it was fun.
You was a slow texter, but what I realized it was just she's really meticulous about her words. When she's writing stuff, she want to make sure it sound good and all that. So
I need you to hear
what I thought was her just trying to play I ain't about to text back straight away. It was her because then when I get the message, it'll be a paragraph. And I'm okay, so it just took her a little minute to scribe all of this, but I guess what would you call out as like two of the most like significant
well, I
parts
don't
of that
remember like
conversation?
the text. I don't remember, but I do remember liking that the fact that we could have non-surface, like we could go deep about stuff, and like he wasn't shallow. I'm sorry, I don't hate it, but I really don't
you dislike and disapprove.
I really do not like surface level conversations, and then to see that, so that was the first thing. And I don't know, it was just kind of like I had met my match, like, cause we was, like I said, we was going back and forth, and it was a bit of like, let me impress him because I see he's also the same type, like he can spit it out too, okay? And so I don't know, and of course it was flirting and all that stuff in there too, but it was a connection. That yeah.
I definitely agree. Just the like you said, the conversation, the depth the depth of conversation that went on like early.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then I think too, what was most, I guess, refreshing, what was most appealing was like I said, like your brutal, like blanketed honesty in a lot of stuff. Like just even things that, you know, it showed you that I'm not the one for like being masked or like being like trying to be better. And like as we talk about, and we'll talk about more in other conversations, but like I always like struggle with trying to be fully embrace who I am all the time. And that sounds kind of cliche. I feel like a lot of people go through that. But like what was refreshing for me was because I felt like you were, even during that time, and I feel like you've grown in that, but even during that time, you felt so sure of yourself. Like you felt so like, this is who I am.
Yeah.
This is what I've been through. This is my experience, and it's made me who I am, and I'm proud of who I am. So I don't have no apprehension about sharing none of this stuff. And it's like, dang, like that was super refreshing because, you know, everybody, especially at that age, you know, you are really trying to build.
In real life, it came from a place, because like you said, I've grown and it's kind of changed now. I guess the motive, is that the motive? Or yeah, the reason why I was doing it was just like, yeah, because this is me. I have this story. You gonna take it or not? Because it came from me being tired of having to explain myself. So it was just like, here it is. Here's all of it.
So was that a new step, or like was that like always who you were? Like,
no, it wasn't.
Like,
And so
like
that's what I'm saying. It came from me being tired of not being that way, and then all of a sudden, just, all right, fine. Let me tell you honestly, this is me. And now you either like the fact that I'm loud and smiling and got this story, or you don't.
whatever. Yeah.
And if you don't,
That's
who
cool too.
cares?
That's
Because
cool.
I'm cool anyway.
That's cool.
So yeah, that's really just what it was. But since then, like you said, I've grown and even dug deeper into like the reasoning of why I presented like that way in the first place. Yeah, because in hindsight, I've thought, I was like, dang, maybe I shouldn't have been myself, like really, you know, because people send their presenter in the beginning. That's really what it was. I didn't present in the beginning. I
think that's what was, because you could have, and it wouldn't have been.
Oh, representative. There you go. That's what people say.
The representative.
There you go.
Yeah, you're standing. Yeah. You could have, and it wouldn't have been far-fetched of an idea. It wouldn't have been looked at any type of way, because that's just how things happen. But I think the shock value of you coming so authentically so early was like kind of made the difference in how I viewed the situation. It was like, dang, like, if anything else, you sure of who you are at the moment that you're in. Like, and I feel like that's that preaching in and of itself, because, you know, a lot of people, their insecurities come in the unknown. What hasn't happened yet? What is yet to come? And you sit in that same spot. It's not like your human experience is any different from anybody else's. But it's just like, I'm just gonna be happy and comfortable
in the present
with the present, and and rock like that. So I feel like that was like to me, like one of the things that stood out the most initially. It's another part 2, but I ain't gonna tell nobody. I ain't gonna tell nobody about that.
What? I wouldn't know. I think I already know though, but
yeah, we'll save that for later on down the line. So yeah, okay. So snowstorm happens. We have these, full-fledged conversations.
PG.
Kevin, you said what?
Nothing, man. Go ahead. Let me have sad conversations. Go ahead.
So we do all that, and then it gets to a point where we about to go back to school. And I feel like the Sunday before we started school back, that's when we went on our first date. When we went to the movies. Shout out Hoffman. Y'all don't know, Hoffman used to be the spot. It was the spot, and then it wasn't the spot. And I don't really like going to like places that's crowds, like like the spot, like where everybody be at. Like I've never been that type. So when Hoffman got popping, when people started really taking the metro and all that, because of course from the area of PG, Virginia is not that far, so people be taking the metro to out to Hoffman. Once people start doing that, definitely started going to Potomac Yards because I started driving early. So it's just like I always was trying to be. So when we was going to Hoffman at the time, I think I don't even know what was
It was on its way out. What movie?
Yeah, because it was doing a lot. It was doing all that reconstruction all over there. So it wasn't really that popping to go. But we went. We still don't. I still can't recall what movie we went to see. Cause that was before we was holding like memorabilia and shit like that. So
I don't know.
I'm trying to think. And to this day, we still cannot remember what movie that was. Like,
you gotta figure it out though.
Yeah,
it's a cool part to add to the story.
I guess it ain't that important.
But what was important was that night. That was the first time we hugged. Because we had worked in the school environment around the kids, so we had been texting and all this other stuff. So we got this connection building. I had never held his hand, no physical anything. And so that was the first time at the movies. After the movie theater, he walked me to my car, and I got to hug him for the first time.
Yeah. I feel like I snuck off a little peck too. But it wasn't intense.
I wasn't gonna say that, but it was real cute.
I kept it humble, son. I kept it humble. So okay, so after that, what was you leaving the movies in your head? If you can recall, what's your?
I know I was excited, probably See, I was probably this is it.
That's what you was thinking?
Yeah. To be honest, probably was I mean, I knew I liked you anyway before the date. And then it's that was cool. That was fun. So, yeah.
Because we was in the parking lot talking for a little minute. It was cold, though. But you know how DMV weather go. It wasn't brick. And it was still snow on the ground, but it wasn't cold outside like that. So, it was interesting. But, I feel like when I was leaving, I was like, yo, that was, mad refreshing. But I really didn't put 100 on there. I feel like because that was a last minute decision. It was we was talking Sunday. I feel like Sunday morning we was talking.
It was.
And we was just yo, let's link. We can just do something. I don't know what to do. And we just let's go see the movie. And I feel like it was a movie that had just came out. We wasn't really tripping, but it was just something to do because it had just came out. So I feel like
it was something that we could talk about. We wasn't really. What was it?
Yeah, I don't remember. We're gonna have to do some research.
Anyway,
I'm sure we can just see what movies was out during that time frame. What came out during that time, and then do that. So got back to school, and it was now it's hey, shorty is here, So now it's a little bit extra. Maybe a little extra with the dress, or a little bit extra with the cologne, a little bit extra with the walk past. I know that was one thing that was always funny. Because of course, like I said, our class was right next to each other, but hers came first in the hallway. So every morning,
he'll take his kids to get water, and the water fountain was right there beside my class. So it's water fountain, my class, his class. he'll stop and get the water fountain. So he's counting like, as a teacher, you count 1, 2, 3 sips or whatever. All right, that's enough. Next kid, whatever. So, but he's doing that right in front of my door.
Right and
my
desk,
door, and my desk is right here. So I'm
funny.
looking straight at him and with the kids, and he's like, look, he keep looking at because he know I'm looking. And then come down the hallway before he even get to the door, like loud with the kids. All of a sudden,
that's in the morning time. That's in the morning
to
when I
announce
used to come
his
in.
presence. So now it's like, look at the door because he's coming, and I wanted to anyway. So he was doing that like low key for me, like, "Hey, Jasmine, look, here I come." And then
that's not.
I look at the door, and there he was. Then counting.
But it's funny because her teacher her teacher in her classroom at the time, she was cool.
The lead teacher.
Shout out to her. You know
Hey.
what I'm saying? She was cool. So I used to always come in there like to talk to her and everything, like, all some like big sis vibes, like, what's good? You know what I'm saying? Blah blah blah. But like act like she like we just like kind of look at each other like not even really. Because, of course, once again, I'm re-explaining the atmosphere, me being the only guy. My thoughts is like, bro, I can't be in here choosing. Like, it's going to get messy. And then
in the beginning, it did.
Eventually did get messy. But then, like I said, then it smoothed out. But it was like, so we was going, like, be low. You know what I mean? Not really be too extra.
Keep it on the low.
Not really be too extra. So it was always like a slight, like, what's good?
Just walk past each other.
I see you seeing me. You know what I'm
that's
saying?
it. That's all it was.
But it was.
And then we'll get on the phone and start saying right from the next room.
It was fun.
Yeah.
It was fun. Fun times, good stuff, yeah. Okay, so we that continues to develop. We do that for about what? Like a year?
Nah.
Yeah.
Before
that was January
what? The
2016.
first like trip or something? No.
I'm saying like, I skipped a whole bunch. But so let me see. What was the next significant thing? Oh, your birthday was the next thing. That was like significant.
Yeah.
Your first birthday.
My first birthday. I don't remember.
Yeah. Don't
birthday.
age yourself.
Okay, great.
We know you old.
My birthday.
Okay. That was so, and she spent her birthday with me. Cause it's like your mother was out of town or something. She went to like a church conference or something.
Or your mother was out of town.
Yeah, I know mine. Well, she was gone. Yeah, she was gone, and we was just like, we just
let's
kicked it
link
like
up.
The whole,
because we wasn't doing it.
We just kicked it the whole time. Mm-hmm. I did a little, cause she's like she wasn't doing nothing for her birthday, so I feel like I made you dinner.
You might have, or you might be like trying to make it like same type right now.
I did.
Bought
I made
dinner?
dinner. Nah, I feel like, or maybe I bought dinner. I did, but I made breakfast.
You did. So you made a breakfast sandwich.
Yeah.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But she was a lady, guys. It wasn't done not like that.
Yeah, don't
like,
chill.
We was a lady, but it was like, you know what I'm saying? When you get, especially in adulthood, when you get around somebody that's like, you really vibing with, like, it's like time is like disappeared. So we ended up like, man, it was like 2 days, like 2 or 3 days.
It really was.
So that was like the first real significant time that we spent like a lot of like outside time together where it was just us and we just rapping and all that. It was fun.
Getting to know each other.
That's when I found out, and this may be a little taboo to say now, but that's when I found out she was a Cosby Show fan. Cosby Show has been my favorite show since I was a kid, man. I love that show just because of the dynamic of black family that was in the significance. Of course, I learned of the significance of it as I got older and why I was attracted to it so much. But even as a kid, that was one of my favorite shows. And she brung over, and this was even before they was running it on TV heavy. Like, she brung over the whole series on DVD, bro. We sat there and was watching that junk for the whole weekend. Like, it was crazy. Pop on DVD and play that junk through the whole junk. Pull it out, season 2, boom, throw that junk on. We was watching the whole junk. It was great. Like, I was like, man,
that's the show.
This is getting good, bro. This is getting good. Okay, so we did that. So we're building, like, it's so much conversation happening, so much like connection taking place. Like, it was all in all, it was really cool.
And then your birthday.
What's playing? Hold on, friends, cause I'm tripping. Where is it playing from? Sheesh. All right, cool. I'm gonna have to cut that. But anywho, what was next? What came after that?
Your birthday.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that you ain't even come to.
I did.
You did. Well, no, you didn't. You did, but you
But
didn't.
you heard the well though.
You did,
heard
but you
the
didn't.
well.
You did, but
I
you
did.
didn't.
I did. But I did.
You did, but you didn't. But it's all good. It's all good. We still it still was cool. Once again, spent the whole weekend together. Man, it was one thing, bro. When you was, and I mean, praise the Lord, but
Oh, what?
yo, when you used to have that go to choir rehearsal till like 9:00 every Friday.
Friday nights.
I'm like,
choir rehearsal.
Slim.
And if you know me, it's been that way for a minute. It was that way for a while. Like Friday nights and Jasmine's in rehearsal. Like, yeah.
Bro, why y'all can't do Wednesdays or something else?
That was
like,
Bible
I was
study.
blown, bro.
So can't do
Every
Wednesday.
Friday, you was just sitting around like, bro, what am I about to do? Waiting for this chick to get out of this.
So I can start the weekend.
You know what
but
I mean? So,
but you waited. And then we started.
Nah,
weekend.
actually that night I went to my man Dan. He had like a, I don't
you
even
did.
remember what. It was like Jesus coordination or something like that.
What?
I don't know. I think it was called like a coordination.
It could.
The crown and they were
Yeah,
singing.
I don't know.
Like
I
as
know
we
you said it
talking
was
about
a
last-
singing something.
They were singing, yeah, but it was like a presentation of some sort, like royal, like crowning it. I don't know. I can't give me. I don't.
Don't
know.
give me the line.
Don't give me line because, like I said last time, like I was church adjacent, so wasn't hip to like all the things.
But
It's like stuff, and because my best friend and his wife are both like heavily church, like grew up in the church all their life, and so talking to Jasmine, like they'll say certain stuff. What we was doing Blairberry's Christmas jam. Y'all, what was them flowers that was called? Y'all that was sitting there that they was talking about.
But that has nothing to do with
It does,
church.
'cause
That
I was like-
poinsettias.
And where do you see poinsettias the most?
Around Christmas time
In
everywhere,
Christmas,
but they be in
there's
church. They
a
are.
prominent thing for church decor during Christmas season, right? And
It's a
that's how y'all
regular
say it. Never heard of that. Never heard. I didn't know that's what they. I mean, I seen them before, but who readily knows that's the name of them jumps? I didn't know that. So that's just a caveat to my unchurched life and how she be connected with my friends over church lingo and culture and terminology.
It's okay.
But it's all good though, cause you know what I'm saying. We changing the church culture now, so it doesn't even matter. That old stuff has passed away, as we call it. You know what I'm saying? But
There
anyway,
Ah!
anyway. So that's okay. So that's 2016. That was March. We had my birthday. Then we moved to the summer, and that was the first summer that we
Took a trip.
We didn't take a trip. That wasn't.
No,
that
when was
summer.
North
That was 17.
Oh.
16 was when we first started working with Propel Production Center.
Oh yeah.
Shout out them. And
Oh,
shout
yeah.
out to what was Living Springs
Church. I don't know.
the other that
don't
Mama
know.
T was running. Shout out to Mama T and Propel Productions for putting us on, man. That was our first business business transaction, business relationship was starting to form.
Beautiful
J123 became an entity in that moment. And what's crazy
Started to work
because if you
together.
think about it, it's always been like the January, like J123, even the first time. Cause like if you think about it, the 2016 was the snow, and then after that, so it's always like around that time when we like, okay, step up, let's see what's happening. Elevation of some sort. So that's so 123 has always been a significant number, and we'll get more into that as we move forward. But that was the first summer, like I said, we started working with Propel Production Center for Beautiful Like Me. So it was basically this mental wellness program for teenage girls to basically teach them confidence, teach them self-esteem. And as the arts portion, we did songwriting, we did production, we did video production, and a lot of cool things, man, that happened that summer. And it was actually a little bit, I would say it was easy, but we did hit some like snags. But I feel like it.
As far as it's like working together.
Yeah, but I feel like the work was never diminished by like when we'll get into like personal tips, which is interesting because like even in this new development of circumstances, it's just like, yo, like how we can still get this job done together flawlessly, almost to the point where it doesn't even look like we personally beefing. Because that's probably by month like 6 at this point that we've been like talking and stuff. So it's like, that's yeah. So
we
that
would
was
have,
cool.
Yeah, we would have a little tiff in the car.
Boy, I remember some more. It was
get out the car.
It was some mornings, and
Good
you got
morning.
Get out that car, put that face on.
Woo! And then still work right beside each other because I need you for my part of the lesson. You need me for your part of the lesson. So yeah, get the job done.
Man.
But then that also helped us to get over it because then it was like forced communication, like we had to talk to each other.
Facts.
So
work out problems and all that in on the spot in the moment. Yeah, I feel that. That makes sense. So I got a couple questions. So just to summate, because we definitely did a lot, man. We were, oh man, what else did I want to talk about? Oh, the first, we got to come up with a name for like the group, like the travel group. Like that was the first group where we went.
You had. Oh no, that was
it's just that was a group. But so my boy Dan and my boy Kyle from college. So let me see. This is how. No, did we go to North Carolina first? We went to 3 places that year.
Yes, that's why I thought.
In 2017. So this is so we continued through 2016. Like I said, the business relationship in the summer had developed. We had started this brainstorm. We were starting to get downloaded, a bunch of different ideas and a bunch of different visions of what J123 was to become. We had this whole
because we had entrepreneurship and we're both visionaries. Him more so than I can get it done. But we got these futures that we see, and then we come together, and it's like they line up. Like, this still works. So even then, we're trying to figure out how we're going to work together, and here we are working together.
It's still to this day, man, it's crazy. So it was but to fast forward to 2017, at this point, you're no longer working where I'm working. Mm-hmm. You was at the second joint at this point in time. Hated it. Hated it. And so we still managed to continue to build. Like that was kind of the start of some of the things, and we'll talk about that in our next episode. But we were continuing to build a lot because now we're introducing travel into the situation. And that's a make or break for real. How the person travels and what is necessary and all of that.
How do people mesh
how do
together?
You meshing and traveling is crazy. So what we do that year? First we went to North Carolina, which is not really travel because of course shout out my Aggies.
But it was a road trip.
That's a second home to me. You know what I'm saying? But it was a road trip. And
that was the first road trip.
First road trip, we was out, just moving.
Went down there, did Go Ape.
Which was
that was fun.
That was fun. We gotta do that again.
Experienced high ropes courses and what's this called?
Zip lining.
Zip lining?
Yeah.
That was fun.
It was a lot that was shown in that moment too, because that's when you was like still, in with all the health stuff, and so like equilibrium and all that was not all the way good, and like you still was like mad fearless. Well, I won't say completely fearless, but you was courageous, because as we know, courage is not the absence of fear, but it's the presence of fear, yet the will to go on. So you was mad courageous.
I was being courageous, but me being there with you, because you were like, I knew you were looking at me like that because you were being careful. You were like,
I was making so cautious, bro, because I knew
making sure that I was okay.
I knew
so that was good.
So I was like, yo, I know she already a little bit nervous. Like we up in these trees, like, you know, and she just like, I was like, bro, nothing can be bad. I gotta make sure it's comfortable.
But you did a good job.
Yeah, man.
Because we had fun. And I was safe, and yeah,
we had a good time.
Then we left there.
Oh, nah, and we went to that other jump. What was it, little?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Then we left there and went to Poets and Autumn.
I feel like it was the other way around.
Autumn and Poets?
No, I'm saying I feel like we.
What is that?
Did.
That's you.
I keep hitting the button. I feel like we did.
No, we did go wait. Oh yeah, we did.
And then we did
we did the Poets and Autumn, and then we did go wait the next day.
But Poets and Autumn was like, basically like, yo. This is super dope.
And that spoke to our connection too, because that type of event is a church event with artsy. It was in a church, and it's Christian
that is true.
Like poetry, art. Yeah,
that's true.
So it was different Christian poets, but we dressed up, and I think we got a little snazzy, and stepped out, and we probably went to get something to eat, like before it or after it, something like that. But
but that just, like you said, it was added to the connection, because this was basically my birthday trip, so she completely planned the jump. So I was like, yo, this is dope. Like, this is stuff that I would enjoy, because like, and this is, you know, early signs of like, well, not early, because this had been a year of us, you know,
but this was a big deal, because we were going somewhere else, and it was like a trip you were planning, like.
But the thing is like you were able to, because this was not assisted at all. Like you were able to pull out certain aspects of like these are good things that he would like to do. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And it was fun. It was really fun, and that also gave me a lot of personal vision as well. Watching that event and seeing like the turnout of it, seeing the content that was being produced at the jump, and like, you know, having ambition. So now the Grill Sphere is putting together events and continuing to scale them to be just like that. So that was some seeds being sown even in that moment. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I definitely do that. So all right, so we did the North Carolina joint. Then I was privileged enough, because I was back heavy in my music at this time, 2017, which was also.
I was about to say, and by the way, I kind of helped him, like, young.
You was there,
helped him get back into his musical bag.
Because we were one of the first time we was chilling.
He had dropped it all the way. And first time, we was chilling. I'm like, so, you know, he's letting me hear. Would you let me hear the old stuff? I think that might have been what it was. And then he was like, nah, I still kind of rap a little bit, whatever. So he started rapping in front of me what his newer stuff was. Dog, like, I was so mad. Like.
She got legit upset.
Why are you
she was mad upset.
Doing this for fun? Like, this is good stuff. You have good stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So because of that,
got him back
that was happening. That happened in
like,
2016. So because of that, 2017 came in, and you know we really put some. I put some good music together. Put some good music together. That music ain't really come out either. But but it did push me out to get back performing again, which is what I really love to do. Like, and I know you got to do one to do the other. So I love making music. I love performing music. It's the whole middle ground marketing, getting all that together. That I don't really. It's beside me. And I know I got so many more bags than that. So I always thought of still do think of music as what we call the sweet water, which is like just the place that God blesses just for the sake of you know, to fulfill
having some of the
internal passion and fun and all that good stuff. So, but yeah, I got hop back in the music game.
But you know he good at it because it led him to.
But first. That was the performance you didn't come to, though, when I came in second.
All right,
the one I did, so I started entering showcases and little competitions and all that. around the city. And end up coming in second in one, and I came in first for another. What's called Coast to Coast Live Showcase. So I came in first for the DC edition, and that offered me a free slot in the Miami showcase, which was like the national gym or whatever. And so I was like, bet, let's go. I'm going to Miami. But what's crazy, this is how the joint worked though. So first I'm just like, of course, Miami. We talking Miami, guys. We talking about Sin City, Miami. Well, I think that's Vegas, but
I think
whatever. We'll talk about that next. But then we say, hey, we try and go. Wait, I'm not tripping. No, we went to Vegas first. We did. We went to Vegas first because that was the summer. Remember, because we went to Miami when you was about to start school.
Yeah.
So I'm getting it mixed up. I'm sorry. So first, after that, after we went to, that was March, we went to North Carolina. Mm-hmm. We went to Vegas in July. I remember. We went to Vegas in July.
Remember.
Yes. Uh-huh. We went to Vegas in July to go see J. Cole. That was for the For Your Eyes Only tour. And I was like, well, we can always go to see it. What was it? Verizon Center at the time, Capital One, whatever it was at the time. We can go see it there, but I'm like, let's make it a thing. So we ended up.
He's all about experiences.
You know, that's my thing. Like, gifts is cool, but I'd rather experience some stuff with you because I feel like it leaves for the stories. It leaves for the. It's irreplaceable. You can't give those back. You can't destroy. It's always gonna be there. So, my guys, when y'all thinking about doing stuff for your lady, experiences. I mean, you know, if she's a
she like
gifts. You know, she's a gifts as one of her love languages, then that's cool too. But you know, I feel like experiences can be gifts. So that's just me. But anyway, we got to Vegas, man. Vegas was dope, and we was like balling on a budget out there. It was so crazy.
Balling
on a budget. It was so crazy. But we, you know what I'm saying, we stayed at MGM because that's where that's where the concert was. Mm-hmm. So you know, and we went out. We did the whole walk the strip thing, but it was dumb hot out that junk. You know what I'm saying? You gonna talk about our first I guess it wasn't a celebrity, but like high profile pool party at the show.
We decided that we was gonna go down to the pool party that they have like in the like. It kind of was like a club, but anyways, it's an outdoor pool party in the middle of the day or whatever. You got to get tickets, and little random promoter dude who's like, "Hey, got some tickets for you." All right, cool. So we're going to the pool party. We get dressed, come on down, and they're selling like
the little slushy junk. Now I was
selling
bigger than
slush
that.
like this, like
the tall. Y'all know what it is. The tall jumps of
super big.
I feel like it was
and it was slushy, and they must have been
rum. Yeah, it was rum. It was like rum slushies, yeah.
So we had them inside the pool.
Two of them joints.
So my indicator that I might be intoxicated is that my feet get hot. I can't tell that my feet are hot because I'm in the pool. In the pool, just slurping on the slushy.
Lit.
And he bought like.
We had two of them.
Yeah, he had two of them.
So we had three between the three of us. Between the two of us.
Yeah.
It was three of them.
Okay, so I had 2.5. We had 2.5 or 1.5?
1.5 apiece, yeah.
I don't do math. Anyways, we had enough. Okay? Enough where I couldn't feel that my feet were hot. And then we got out of the daggone pool, young. So, whoa. Well, and you know you weightless in the pool too. So first off, I'm heavy, so I gotta figure this out. Then it's hot.
But it's blazing.
It's so hot.
It's blazing outside, bro.
I'm like, oh my god, this is
and
weird.
And the walk, and if y'all
and then you gotta
like,
walk back.
The walk, cause it was at the pool. The pool actually, it was like the pool that was connected to to the MGM, and then there was like the other joint.
Another hotel.
The pool kind of sat in between two hotels.
Either
so
way,
it's a walk back to the room because you gotta trek back to the hotel, then through the hotel, bro. She was so lit. I mean, we was both lit, but yo, you was lit. And it was funny as
But we took care of each other and we got back to the hotel. Like, I don't know how. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm saying.
But made it back to the hotel and
crashed down.
Yeah,
crashed down
completely. It was like
so much so, bro. This is like we went to the pool party. It was like probably like 1, 2 o'clock. We was out there. Probably left about 3-ish. It's about 8 o'clock.
Getting back up. Hey, you
get
hungry?
up, let's go get something to eat. We gonna go down to one of the restaurants down there, you know what I'm saying? Go down and get some food, bro. So we was gonna go down to Taps. Taps seems to be our move because we got another picture at Taps from the one up
here. Up here.
So we about to go to Taps. We sitting at Taps, bro. We are feeling horrible. Horrible. Like we order the food, like, hey, can we get some waters, bro? Like, order the food, sitting there waiting. And we just like...
Yeah, it was taking a long time, too.
Hey, you want to just take this back to the room?
Taking a long time.
Hey, bro. Hey, come here, bro. Hey, put that in the to-go box. Give me the check.
We going back upstairs.
We going to go back upstairs. We went up upstairs. We sit on... Because we had a nice view of the strip and like the mountains or whatever behind the caves or whatever. Whatever that is behind the strip.
Yeah,
so we had a nice little view. So nightlife. We just sat up in the room, kicked back. And, you know, ate the food from Taps and was chilling, talking about the day and just life in general. It was a great time. And that goes to show, like I said, man, your travel partner has to be somebody who is very well meshed with your desires for vacation, bro. Because for anybody that know me, and we'll talk about that on the next trip that we about to get to, but, like, anybody that know me know I'm down to do stuff.
But it gotta be a certain way.
But it gotta be a certain way. It gotta be a certain thing. And I ain't trying to do stuff the whole day. Like, I'm not trying to go from place to place to place. I like chilling. Like, I like being relaxed.
To vacation to actually relax.
Chill.
Not having an itinerary and you
not have to. Oh man, we gotta get up at this time because bro. Why am I waking up to an alarm clock on vacation? That doesn't make sense to me. Now, granted, certain excursions, certain times is necessary, but not every day. I'm not getting up every day. That's dead. You might get one solid, this is activity day, and the other activities is better be like, we just gonna get some food, or we about to go, something in the evening time where it's chill, vibes, turn up, whatever. But like excursion wise, bro, you ain't getting me on that many. That's the type of travel I am. If you don't like it, don't travel with me. Or just don't be mad when I don't want to do what you trying to do. But God. Put you with somebody.
To our connection, we the same type
Put
person.
you with somebody that's like, like even the first joke, like when we went to Vegas, like woke up when we got there, checked in, walked around the casino a little bit, whatever. Neither one of us are heavy gamblers, so that wasn't really a thing.
I don't even know how to play this stuff in here. Like,
so we just kind of walked around, a little bit, went back into the room. The room was real nice. It was a really nice room, like a little sweet style jump, whatever. And I was like, so what you trying to do? You trying to like go out and do something? Like she was like, we can chill. Like this travel days, we can just relax. Like I'm good right here.
Because the room is nice too. Like, hello.
I'm good right here. She's like, well, we can go back out later when it get like dark and it's a little bit cool outside.
And it was hot as mug. So
I was like, yes, ma'am. So we was in there chilling, ordered a little bit of food, whatever. And it was dope times. Vegas was fun, and then. J. Cole concert, I was lit because that's my guy.
His favorite. Okay.
That is my guy.
So
he's you know what I'm saying, having a great ass time in there. It was fun. It was fun. So that was July. Mm-hmm. Then we went to Miami. So now let's get back. So had the show. The show was probably in like January, something like that, when I actually had the show while I won first place. And it was a landslide victory, guys. Like I came out there, it was crazy. It was asinine how I came out there and ripped. You know what I mean? But so I won. So I'm like, yo, I'm trying to go to Miami for the showcase. Hit my guys. You know what I'm saying? Dan, KY, what's good with y'all? Yo, I'm trying to go to Miami, bro. I just won this contest because of course Dan was at the show. Dan always at my shows, man. That's my guy, bro. He's one of the dopest individuals in my circle, man. Shout out to him.
Shout out to Dan.
Shout out to Dan with cheese, bro. That used to be his name in college. But anyway, so he's like, cool. So then I'm reading up more on the on the whole weekend, because it was like a weekend event for artists. And so I'm saying like, oh, they got panels and they got like other little promo type of stuff. They got little parties and everything. And so I'm like, J. Nicole, you know what I'm saying? Jasmine Nicole, she's an artist. She do music. She a producer and all this other stuff. One of our other connections, of course, we connect on the music level a lot. This will be a great opportunity for her too to come, to network and all this other stuff. So my first thought wasn't necessarily, hey, bring your girl. Like, that wasn't really what I was thinking. So I'm like, I just threw it out. I'm like, yeah, young, you trying to go to Miami? We're going to try to figure out how we can get you to Miami too for the blah, blah, blah. So, of course, I tell my man, I'm like, yeah, Jasmine's going. And he's like,
let's make it up.
No, that's not what he said.
I'm sure he did.
He was like, oh, well, the wife ain't, it was his girlfriend at the time. But Shorty ain't about to let me just go to Miami with you and Jasmine going, and she don't get to go. So I was like, all right. So he's like, dang, well, I guess I tell her she can come too. He was excited about it after he found out Jasmine was going. So, sis, don't be mad. Don't look at him crazy. But yeah, he was like, all right, so yeah, she can go too. So then Kyle said, all right, I guess I gotta get a partner as well, or that's a third wheel. She unfortunately didn't make, not unfortunately, but she ain't make the cut.
So
we like the new lady.
So a kid.
So I'm sorry. I didn't know how to say that. So anyway, so now it becomes a couples trip. So it's 3 couples, and this was like the initiation of what we kind of built it, almost like that "why did I get married" type of vibe. We just like 3 couples together. We was doing stuff together, and traveling as a unit. It was cool. It was a nice time. Mm-hmm. Got down to Miami. Man, didn't work out.
What?
Man, but it took that only.
He didn't
win.
The
me not winning only took like maybe like a couple of hours out of the whole trip. Like,
yeah, because we were down there for like 2 days.
Yeah, because we performed one day. They did an announcement in one day. No, everybody was there. 3. Everybody was there the same time. We got there the same day and left the same day.
Okay.
Yeah, they just got there earlier than we did because we got there like the evening time because you got there. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, but like I said, that was the first dope trip that we had where, we just was having a good time with the fam and started a tradition. And so we moved through that. 17, 18 was where I feel like we could stop for today.
Okay. For
this podcast. So yeah, that 2017 was a dope year. Dope year. Had a lot of great times. Had a lot of fun times. Had a lot of growth. We had a lot of connection that was being built and being strengthened. We was finding a lot of these commonalities and similarities that was going to be vital to our success as a couple. I feel like that was like a blessed year because it was,
That was the year I feel like that really like solidified us.
Yeah, facts.
Like,
I agree.
If you could pinpoint back to one of is that year that was like, y'all got something.
I agree wholeheartedly. So y'all get more of that story on the next episode. All right.
Our story.
So we always close out with our God message, and I thought that a good God message for this one, a verse that resonated with me, that would speak to this particular episode of The Connection, is Psalms 37:4, which reads, "Delight yourself in the Lord, and he will give you the desires of your heart." Why does that verse speak so much to me in terms of this episode? Because one of the things that I most admired about you was your faith in God and how much it influenced your life, how much it was impacting your decision making, And even from early stages, 'cause I feel like it's grown so much. Like your faith and your relationship with God has grown so much since we've been together. But even from that early on, you kind of set a path for me that gave a realistic perspective of what God, who God is, and like how your relationship can look. You gave me that eclectic feel. Yeah, you gave me that eclectic feel, because as I said, like, I got the religion, I got that part. It was, you see people, and you almost, it's almost a stereotype of what like religious folk are, and I kind of was aware of it and moving from a space of like, yeah, that ain't me though. Like, if that's what you got to do to be God, like, I don't think I can do that, because that's not me. And talking to you, like having the conversations that we had, kind of gave me a real solid understanding of like how unique and how special like a relationship with God can look. Like, it don't gotta look like anybody else's. And ironically, that was during the time where I had everybody, I'm sure, that's black in America, that has any level of consciousness or wokeness, if you will, went through a slight period of like radical black activists, almost to the point of like Hotep type of vibe. And I was I was teetering on that line, watching a lot of Brother Polite, watching a lot of Dr. Umar videos. That was back when he first started getting popping or whatever. And I was really consuming that because I was attracted to this rare, like, masculine black energy that was like fight the system type of vibe. And so, the passive church nature and Christian nature wasn't really as appealing. So I was really battling to see, like, because it's more like religion, and it's not even religion at this point. It's just more or less culture that you're battling. So you're the church culture that's telling you to act this way to be of God, and then these, strong black orators telling you that you are God and that you can, that you should walk in that, and the fact that we're the least, that means, so a lot of convoluted messages, to so to say. So one of the things that I most admire about you is how joyous you were in your relationship with God. That made me like, okay, God, what's up there? What's good with you? Like,
that's cool.
What's up? Like, so when it says the light and the desire, and it says give you the desires of your heart, we know we always talk about that, and that has such an interesting like duality to that idea, because it says delight yourself in the Lord. So that's like the first step. Like, first you have to revel in the idea that God is in existence, that He's there for you, that He wants to be,
and He's a good Father. That's why you're gonna delight.
Yeah, you're happy and be happy about who He is and what He is to you and for you. And once you do that, He will give you the desires of your heart. So a lot of people hear that and go,
He gonna give me what I want.
Exactly. What I want, God's gonna give me because I'm serving Him. That ain't what it is.
In you what
He's going to give you the desires of your heart. He's going to place desires on your heart for things that are of Him and that are for His purpose. And then He'll bless you with the desires of your heart. So if you don't get God's desires for you, then you'll never get what you want. And I feel like, especially in relationships, people don't often approach relationships with a purpose-filled position, like a God perspective on it. It's, what do I want? So whether it's men that's like, hey, I want a girl who submissive, they always throw that one out. We always want to jump that's, lady in the street, freaking the sheets. You know what I'm saying? All of these different things. I want a girl who's going to cook and like, these are things that you want, but they're from a carnal place. Like, they're from a worldly perspective of it. Like, when you really understand what God gives you as a man of God, what God gives you a woman for, what is the purpose of having that helpmate, having that woman? Why did He give Adam to Eve, you know what I'm saying, or Eve to Adam, it's completely out of the context of because she bad, because she do this, because like it's a whole much bigger purpose than that. It's all to build the kingdom, all to serve him. So when you really got that perspective, it changes your perspective of what you want. You know what I'm saying? Because
the desires in your heart.
It changes the desires of your heart, because when you begin to understand, when he gives you the desire, you then understand what the helpmate that you're going to need to fulfill the mission that he gives you.
Because the desire is a part of your mission, your plan, your purpose, what you're going to have to do in life. And so you're going to need somebody that's compatible with that, not just a fat butt.
Yeah. So, yeah, man. So, like I said, that is our God message. And he going to be here. Like, that's all I can say. He got to be here. He got to be here. Because, like, we ain't perfect. Like, and I wanted to say in the beginning, but I even after this point, you know what I'm saying, when we're telling, you know, the different stages of this love story, like, we are in no way perfect. We are in no way, you know, the ideal couple. We are in no way none of that. We just two black folk trying to make it in this world in this thing we call life, and trying to do that while, you know,
keeping
cooperating in this thing called love.
It.
And trying to keep God in the forefront. Like, that's all we are. That's all this podcast is representing. So don't feel like we are trying to give any type of nothing. Like, we are literally storytelling. As I go by the griot, that's nothing more than a storyteller. And we hope that anything or something, one thing that we say in any of these episodes in the Precursor gives y'all some level of, you know, I don't know, comfort, some level of understanding, some level of something that might push you forward.
And hope.
Some encouragement to let you know that even, you know, for the couples out there, y'all are in battles, y'all in struggles, man. You know, them troubling times don't last always, you know, and if you really are seeing for yourself what God see for you, then it's gonna work itself out. You just gotta stay grounded, you know what I mean? Stay anchored, you know what I mean? So that's all that I want to say about that. You want to pray out today, or what you gonna do? You want me to pray out again?
Lord, thank you for this day, God. Thank you for what you're doing in the lives of people, Father. I thank you for how you're touching people. I thank you for how you are illuminating people's hearts and lives, God. I thank you that your will is being done on the earth. So, Lord, I pray that if anybody is seeing this who is in search of you, in need of you, Father, I pray that you will meet them where they are, and that you will show yourself clearly to them, and that they will realize that you are the living God. You are Alpha and Omega, and you're wonderful. God, let your will be done. Touch these people, God. I pray a blessing over them, the people who watch it. And I pray that you will continue to be in the midst of this. Thank you, Lord. We give you glory, honor, and praise. Love you. Amen.
Amen. Until next time, folks, make sure y'all tune in to this next episode. What you had to say?
I was going to say we were supposed to go out with the song. I don't remember how I go, though.
Oh, yeah, the joint from last time. It was
love and light.
Yeah.
Or anyways.
Your light shine. And keep the love alive. And let your light shine. Keep the love alive.
Hey,
and
let
love
shine. I don't feel like that was
yes,
it, though.
It is. We can run the playback.
All right, yo, but
that's
keep
how
love
it is.
alive.
Keep love alive and let your light shine.
Let your light shine.
From J123, blessings and favor.
See you guys. You gotta sing a song. You made a fool. Tell me why. It's exactly like this. Tell me why.